In this video, I will show you exactly how to build a confirmation page that people show up ready to buy. And I've personally collected over thousands and thousands of leads in the last 7 years for my consulting business. And overall, I had a show up rate of 70% of people. And I found that you need 4 steps on your confirmation page, and I will show you now exactly what those are. Okay, so the first one is you need a guided structure, and I will show you on my confirmation page live in a minute. So you want to make sure that people understand that the job is not done. So after they book the call, they still need to put in a little bit of work. And this is the most important part, because you have to understand, you reach them at their absolute hype moment. Okay, so they watch some content of you, they sign up for a call, and now they're in their hype moment. So what you want them to do now is to build even more trust. You want them to watch even more content of you, case studies, all this kind of stuff. So first of all, what you can do now is the first thing, you give them a call. Okay, so this is very few people do that. Is yes, you have the qualification call, the sales call itself, but what we do, we call the people immediately after they've booked. We call them saying like, hey John, this is Yasha from Scaling Founders. Saw you booked a call, super happy, excited for the call. Are you ready? Like, is there anything you need help with before? Like, are you excited for tomorrow? Will you be on time? People love that, to have a real human being in front of them. Okay, so after they have booked the call, you want to show them what they will do now, what will happen now, and I will show that on my confirmation page. And then also you want to make sure you call them. Okay, so when you go on the confirmation page, this is my confirmation page at the moment. And like I said, I'm getting like 70% show up rates, even on people who come over ads. So what you want to do is you want to tell people on the top part, hey, cool, you booked a call. And then really important, the sub headline here, you've completed our application process. Watch the video below for clear next steps and what to expect in your book call. Okay, so you want to explain to them the job is not done yet, because if you lose them now and they're just scrolling on YouTube and other pages, other coaches, whatever, you will lose them. So here on top, you have a video, and I will go into detail now what will be in the video, but you have to make sure you have this guideline. Okay, so on the top part, it says, watch these videos, then here, get answers to our most questions, dive into case studies. And also, like, this is what you get working with us. Okay, so it's a guideline they can follow. So this is the first step you really need to do. Give them the guideline so that they need to know what to do. That's the first one. When you have completed this one, then you have the video itself. I just showed you on the page. Okay, so this video here on the top part. And the biggest mistake I see people do when it comes to this video, they make it like super boring and they make it super generic. They say like, yeah, hey, cool, thank you for booking the call, and this is what will happen now, and this, like, stop that, okay? Make it more specific. Like, explain to them exactly what will happen now, like on the call. How long will it be? How will it be taking place? Is it a Zoom meeting? Is it with you? Is it from a teammate? Will there just be a qualification call, or will they actually get to show them the system? Like, tell them exactly what they will get on the call, okay? Don't do this like hidden tricks or something. People understand this, okay? And also what you want to do in this video is help them do the research with you. So for example, if they are not pre-sold yet, what you want to do in the video is like, hey, if I were you, I would probably be having a lot of doubts right now. I would probably think like, why should I work with them? Fair point. So what I want you to do is go to my Trustpilot reviews, for example. And if you do that with me, you see that I have over 195 star Trustpilot reviews. Okay. So you need to tell them in the video, okay? Or here, this is Rebecca. She hit her first 100K months after 6 months. This is Timo. He cranked 250K. Like, show it and prove it to them in the video. And also make sure you handle the biggest objections first. And it is by not just dropping a cool sales pitch or something. It is actually proving a point where people have like, oh, this is valid, like valid numbers, valid testimonials, valid case studies. Make it obvious to them, okay? The next thing you want to do, this video here is really, really important, and you want to see if it works or if it doesn't work. And a pro tip I give you is use the tool Vistia, okay? It's free in the beginning for a couple of videos. And what it does to you, it lets you see the open rate and engagement rate on this specific video, okay? And you want to know this because you want to see, first of all, do people click on it or are they just skipping my thank you page? And also you want to see how long are they watching the video? Do they stop in the beginning or do they stop at the end and then the job is done? And then you can also like change this video because you didn't do it properly in the beginning, okay? So you want to make sure this video is really working and people are actually watching it. Also, an honest video beats a fancy funnel all the time. If you're honest, if you're giving value, if you're not bullshitting people, but you just give them the actual value, people will value that way, way more, okay? And then what I also want you to do is when you look at your video here, use a thumbnail video, okay? And you can do that in Vistia. It's completely for free. So don't just choose a creative, which is boring. Use a thumbnail video. And if you go on my landing page, for example, okay, because I'm showing my iPad, it's not showing. But if you open on an iPhone or, oh no, it works. So you see, it's a video, okay? I'm moving there. But you still need to press play to start the video. It's not playing at the moment, but it looks like it's moving, okay? I've tracked this like so many times and the conversions are just way better on video thumbnails versus images, okay? So this is the second part. You wanna make sure the thank you video on top is actually getting their attention. The next part, what you wanna do is Q&A videos. Okay, and you can do this in different forms. You can do either one really long one. You can also do a couple, like I have, for examples. And you have to just see what works better for your audience, and you have to make sure people are actually watching it. So you can also use Vistia and see, are people watching it? Are people not watching it? The reason why I choose 4, for example, is I even put the title of the video on the thumbnail. What does that mean? When they see what's the price, and that's like their biggest objection, for example, they will immediately click on the video. Or do we work one-on-one? How many clients have you consulted? How or why work with me? Okay? So they immediately get the answer of maybe the objection they have. And in those kinds of videos, also make sure you are just honest. Like, give them an honest reason. And if you don't have an honest reason why people should work with you, your product needs to be better, okay? That's just the truth. So this is really important when it comes to those Q&A videos. You either make one individual or you make one long one, okay? Both work. And be honest, that's really important, solve objections, okay? So that's the third part. There we come to the fourth part, which is crucial, and it is case studies, okay? And what you want to do is not just achieve screenshot. You don't just want to do, yes, it's a great coaching. Like, that's not enough. What you want is also not just a testimonial. You want real case studies. And the difference between a case study and a testimonial is the following. A testimonial is like, yeah, working with Yasha and Scaling Founder is amazing and it helped me. Okay, like that's a testimonial. A case study is, okay, there's this person who joined the coaching. They were maybe in the beginning at $0 and then they scaled to 1 million, for example, and they explain in the video all the different steps which were necessary to implement. And they explain how they implemented it, for example, with us with Scaling Founder, okay? And they explain everything in the video. And when you go on my page, for example, you see exactly this, like dive into case studies from our $1 million coaches and agencies, from 0 to 95K per month in 12 months. Then there's a 60-minute video where she explains everything. Then you have another one from 50K to 250K per month in 6 months. Everything in an 8-minute video explained. Then, okay, here should be a different picture. There is a mistake. We scale Felix agency, another client, okay? So you have to make sure you have testimonials, okay? So, and then, for example, I just added a different style of testimonials, just a bunch of different screenshots here, 66K deal, 15K deal, 90K deal after the mastermind. Yeah, just from different names, Joschka, Johannes, Marcel, Claudia, like just so many different people just texting me what their revenues are, okay? So this is something you want to do. And the more case studies you have, the more you want to provide, okay? Like I have hundreds of them. I can't put them all on one page, but I just pick the best ones, the most relatable ones, the best ones who have like strategies where you can identify with, okay? Maybe different starting points, maybe different outcomes. You want to make sure when people are coming to your thank you page, there's different ones and different ones for each of your avatar. Okay, for example, you want to have, if you have man and woman, you want to have a man and a woman, or you want to have a beginner and a more advanced person, or you want to have a person who was good at ads and one on cold outreach. You want to make sure you don't just have one outlier and everyone is asking like, okay, he did it maybe once, but can he do it with me? Because I have a different starting point, okay? So this is really, really important. And then there's a last part you can do. It's like a what you get section. Okay, you don't need to do this. Okay, I just recently added this one. And from my experience, it's really good if you sell B2B, because B2B people, especially other coaches, agencies, high ticket people who have also bought from other players before, they know a little bit of the process. They know the sales call, like they know the process. So they want to have more information even before. Okay, if you give B2C people too much information before, they will probably not show up on the call itself because they're like, oh, I have all the information. I don't want to even be there. Okay, so you want to make sure that a what you get section is very clear. Okay, it's very understandable. They see immediately what they get, and it's especially important for B2B, like I just say. And you can just make it something like this. For example, when you go on my page, you see like, hey, you have weekly calls, daily access to me, a one-on-one onboarding call, roadmap, okay? You have like a bunch of stuff. And this type of strategy, how I built my confirmation page, like I said, is bringing me 70% of leads who are pre-sold. And that's what you want to have. You don't want to be on a sales call where everyone is like, oh, who are you? What do you sell actually? You don't want that. So this page is amazing when it comes to hyping people up even more, building more trust, solving objections, and show results. And if your page does this job all together, you will have pre-qualified leads. They are pre-sold, they show up, they're happy, they know who you are. And it's also just way more fun speaking to those people because like they are prepared. And this is what you want. You want them to, you prepare them in a way which they expect, but also then they show up prepared, which is just amazing, okay? I've also recorded another case study where I scaled one of my clients. You can just click this video right here and just see step by step how we scaled him in his business and also implemented this type of funnel, okay? See you over there.